Hello everyone, and welcome back to Fableheim and Iratus Wrath of the Necromancer. We resume our journey right here in the Dwarfen Tunnels on Eternal Harvest 3. Welcome back to the Grim Harvest, everyone. I hope that you're having a great day. It is November 23rd, which means the World of Warcraft expansion should be dropping today, which means that this video is pre-recorded. For full transparency, that just means that I've recorded this video before I saw the comments on the previous video. So if you had any tips, suggestions, comments, advice, whatever, I won't be able to incorporate them into this video, but just know that when you do comment, I will see it and I will do my best to respond in a relatively timely manner. But yes, this episode and the next two will probably be pre-recorded, so I won't be able to incorporate any advice, but of course I will still see it, I will still read the comments, I will still love them, and I will still thank you. So before we move on, because pre-recorded I have no insight, but I did want to say real quick, the name Necromancers from Mac was actually for a Reaper, but hey, a Blood Phantasm is kind of reaping, right? Sorry. But hey, let's move on anyway. We have an elite combat, so we're going to go ahead and distill right quick. With how much distilling we're doing.
Skeleton will clean up this mess later.
Necromancy power might actually be interesting, but I do think we need to pivot rather quickly into the EH3. This whole line down here is just passive benefits for how much wrath we're sitting on, so that's usually something I enjoy going after. Additionally, this line right here, heading to Infectious Lunacy, provides additional damage, which can help us meet break windows, or we can go Stoke the Flame to reduce damage received, but I don't know if that might be okay. Anyway, we have a fight of our lives with blocks and wards coming up, so we're going to go ahead and pop the spiderweb.
It embellishes
Are we?
my undead features.
No. We're going to go greed. Go greed or go home. So we're going to keep the Book of Ancient Wisdom equipped to gain 100% additional experience, because there's no point holding on to the tome, because... Ooh. Oh, these guys had one block and ward. Nice. There's no point holding on to the tomb because you want to use it as soon as possible, even if you don't think you're going to get a whole lot of experience in the combat, because the additional experience will kind of cascade over into the library and things will just keep scaling, even if you do not gain that much. You sod. I hate this stance. Whenever an ally takes targeted damage, removes all debuffs from them, restore 20 sanity, and increase their initiative by 2 until the end of battle, move 1 position forward. The part that I hate, of course, is the removing all debuff aspect, but we are going to interrupt this with the Reaper, with Iratus. But because we've seen some new enemies, I do want to talk about them right quick. The Oracle is the support for this floor, and she is very annoying. She has a mark. She has a buff for the entire team, which gives them 1 block, 1 ward. She can heal her team with regeneration, and she can she smite? Or am I making that up? My mind's already into World of Warcraft. But hey, she's the priest, basically, and she will escape if she is the final remaining member. Even though we have the Shackles of War equipped, which prevents enemies from escaping, it does not affect this particular feature, which you'll find repeating across the floors for the various support characters. The Trader here is very annoying. He mostly buffs and debuffs, but the stance is the bane of basically all of my build because I love stacking debuffs. So we are going to interrupt this in the turn with Iratus right quick. The Alchemist we saw last time, this is the elite version. He is a little spoopy. He has a lot of buffs and debuffs, so we're going to smack him across the face, rip out his beard, and kick him while he's down. The Treasurer we saw last time as well, also does some debuffs, but we are going to have to ward good old Necromancers so that he doesn't get shot to death. Thankfully, we pierced his ward with the Destruction Maul. Cowardice! This doesn't work, does it? Before the beginning of their turn, deal stress damage to all allies equal to 20% of their current remaining sanity. Is that going to chunk everyone? Anyway, here's a ward. So that I'm not a liar. I can't wait to pull you. Ooh, that's a big buff. That is not a small buff. Thankfully, there's no... They do have quite a bit of luck. But hey, I'm here to greed. I have a dream. And I will not let it be a dream. Don't do it. You... It's okay. I'm fine. It's fine. Trying to think of how I want to deal with this. If I'm reaping her, which I don't have the wrath for, I guess I'm just slapping her again. Okay, then we could do this.
Don't know why? There's no sun up in the sky. Bony weather incoming.
Oh, you are dealing just constant stress damage. Ow. And that, my friends, is why I don't like the treasure. I'm gonna have to do this. So Iratus doesn't die.
This is my kind of entertainment.
We can't really afford to have... Oof. Another death. Panic. Skip. It's fine. Please die. Thank you. There's some healing. We do not have a whole lot of brains, so... I'm trying to think of how I can best protect my team here. My fair lady. I beg of you. I'm gonna dispel this.
End of magic.
Please don't die. My fair lady. I called it. I called it. Do your job. I'm pretty sure I might be able to generate enough wrath for this. It's 65. Maybe not. I'm just gonna slap him to death, I guess. I'm not sure how to get
part of the breathless tide.
I guess I just cocoon. And we try and keep Iratus alive. Great, I had to say something, didn't I? As far as I'm aware, the trader doesn't actually have any multi-attacks, so... What? Oh, Grand Transfusion is... Oh. Oh. I forgot they changed Grand Transfusion. Am I gonna heal now? That wasn't bad. I don't know if it was good, but it wasn't bad.
My will is a tide that will wash away your pathetic civilizations.
Interesting. 3 talent points. Miklant de Kutle. We'll just hold. Iratus. I feel like I need way more defense for you, Iratus. I'm very afraid for your well-being. We'll reap the maelstrom, so we have mana restoration.
Serve me well, my minion.
For our fair lady, I asked last time, I don't know why, because I knew I'd have to pre-record this episode. But I did ask what people thought about the Spider Hex versus the Spider Impaler. And I think we are going to go with Impaler. Mostly because I'm trying to think ahead, and there are many enemies with a lot of evasion that this can help specifically counter. So we're going to go ahead and go with that. As for her points, I do kind of want more initiative. I'd also love to create another this for her, the Steel Spikes. But as you can see, we don't have armor. I suppose I could transmute, but I have to use 6 pieces for that. And I'm going to have to heal anyway, because I don't know what this quest is. There's no way of knowing, but I mean... I'm going to go ahead and Fate, because I think with Fate I can guarantee... Ooh, durable materials, though. Plus 8 health. Is pretty good. Is that enough to push us over thresholds, though? Wait, this scales off percentage, right? 10% vigor to itself and all minions. Ugh, that is. This is a really hard decision, actually. Hold on. I'm vigor.
Through transformation, the will becomes free.
A solid foundation leads to success. I'm also super low on mana. Which is great. Which is why I think we're going to construct the statue now. Where is the bride?
Oh, honey, you are so wonderfully rotten.
You are, my dear. Oh, here's her skins, by the way. This is one of the original side skins. Again, I don't have my Halloween skins anymore. Feels bad.
Now there's a handsome fellow. A shame his talents were never fully recognized back in the academy. I'll just take all this mana as repayment instead.
Why, yes. I am incredibly humble.
Behold my work.
Do I do it again for Iratus? No. What could go wrong? Alright. Onward and upward. Don't screw me, quest. Please. How do the dwarves eat underground? The answer? Mushrooms. Dwarves long ago learned the secret of their cultivation, and it is the key to their underground life. They're used for alchemy, medicine, beer, and even regular meals. You had always thought it a miserable way to live, which is why liberating the dwarves of their chief food source? Well, you'd be doing them a favor. They will need to eat once they are dead anyway. As your army stands on the edge of the local dwarven fungal farms, you order the attack. We're going to destroy their medicinal mushrooms, which makes them easier to kill. Basically, they'll just lose permanent vigor, whereas this one they lose permanent sanity for a few combat. The farms are poorly defended, and the wretched dwarves find themselves outmaneuvered, scampering to escape with as much as they can carry. The only thing they can do is run, as you fall upon their stocks of medicine, decimating it within moments. They manage to escape with a decent amount of provisions, but wounds and disease will drive them to their knees. So for the next two battles, all enemies lose 20% vigor at the start. To the right, to the right, to the right, to the right. A fountain could actually be really helpful right now. But if we go fountain... Yeah, I don't want to go fountain. I'm not going fountain. Soul Spring. Show me the Digger's Soul. It's 43. We could... Do we open up the abode now? Part of me wants to save for the library. The greedy part of me. Do I need to... I don't think I need to use an item here. A consumable anyway. Here we go! Okay. We can do it. Do I focus the treasure? You sod. Is this just a damaging attack? Takes targeted damage. Okay. So this won't affect it. Also, fun fact. This won't affect it. Nor will the AoE. But I think I'm going to have to... I'm going to block Mitlatikutle. That is a name. That is a name. I can't interrupt the stance, and it's super annoying. I'll delay. Lol. She does have a smite. I'm actually going to smack the Berserker. It's actually interesting. By keeping this stance online and smacking the Berserker with a targeted attack, I recover his sanity, which reduces his attack bonus. Huh? Is that a big brain play? I can reap you now. How can you be in your stance and use an ability? It's pretty rude. Option 1, reap. Option 2, interrupt stance. Let's heal.
One less annoyance in the world.
Health is important. To us all. Except maybe Carnonia. Slap. Yes. No. That's just how it be sometimes. Get over here. I can reap you again. This is one interesting way to use the trader's stance. I've actually never thought of this before. It's working out pretty well. And I just slap you. Remember, the priestess will still run you. If she is the last minion, even though we have the shackles of war. So, if I'm gonna kill her, I need to make sure she dies. That makes sense, right? When one is killed, they're dead. I knew you were gonna do that. Slap.
Death delivered.
Can I might be able to steal some healing out of this. Some anyway. Oops. I didn't really mean to do that. This Grand Transfusion might actually just be good now. Now that I think about it. Fortunately, you can't redirect AoE attacks, but the other thing is it doesn't heal the Blood Phantasm themselves.
A sad display for mortal.
We got the YOLO
kind.
solo item! Ooh, the boiling blood. I might be willing to use that on... It depends what we get for the third boss, I think. Wait, what's the second boss? I didn't even check. That's the new one. Good. I'm missing the... I'm missing one of their tokens in the book. The Pokedex. Ashes. Ashes. Ashes! It's fine. We have the Raven Feathers. When receiving damage, the minion gains 4 evasion until the end of combat. Cannot stack more than 5 times. We actually have one of these and I don't want it. The second Brain. At the start of each round, the minion receives 3 attack and 3 dread until the end of combat. Cannot stack more than 5 times. I think the Reaper is still the best person for this. Maybe. I don't know. But the armored plates are what we're actually going to take. It reduces damage received by 10%.
I'll take it as tribute.
Now we are, or I think... crap. Karnania's traditional build. What's this do? No. We're going for Mutilate.
I expect results.
I think the best item setup for the Bone Golem is the stack of bones and the armored plates over the steel spikes. Because this reduces all damage by 10%, not just physical. But because of the situation we're presently in, I'm going to keep the steel spikes on Karnania, and I'm going to give the armored plates to the Fair Lady of Izalith, who has almost died a few times now. And if I'm being completely honest, which I do try to be, my fair lady, do not make me regret this. With the legendary ectoplasm, we gain 14 additional stat points. Now, under normal circumstances, I'd pretty much just spam those into block and ward, but we presently don't have those. So we'll get additional vigor and some armor. I'm not a huge fan of armor. I don't think the community overall is, but there are some instances where it's helpful. So we'll go with that. Sure, 1 resistance, why not? It's better than nothing, I suppose. This fight is going to be fun. Depending on what your definition of fun is. Do I want a web for this? What is this again? Sure, we'll web. This seems like a web fight.
Now I will make mortals tremble before me. Well, even more than
Alright, Suflatus.
previously.
I believe in you. I believe in you. So what we have here is the Hammerer, also known as the Bioshock. The Bioshock Dawi. The most annoying thing about him, of course, is that he is a character that redirects. 50% chance to redirect an attack from an ally standing behind the Hammerer to itself. So a common strategy that I've used before is to just beat the crap out of the Hammerer, because then they can't hide anywhere. But we are also fighting a Geomancer for the first time, and they are very annoying. I've lost more than I would like to admit to the Geomancer. So a big part of me wants to just pull him forward and murderize him. So, you know. That's what I'm going to do. Follow your heart and all that. Galactically. No dying. No dying. Slap. So you should be dead next turn, actually. Oh, he buffed. Good. This is the buff that scales with the Iron Breakers really well. Or whatever they're called, the Warriors. So you are just dead, right? Yeah. Get wrecked.
Strength through pain.
We'll just reposition real quick. Remember, the pull and the fire doesn't count as an actual attack for this stance, which is funny. Actually, just funny. Do I want to slap? What do I think is coming? See if I can get away with the heal here. I might be able to. I think the trader's going to blow on us. Yep.
This never gets
Nailed it.
old.
As for you, no stance. I need to slap now. Shh, 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 shh. Sleep now. In your eternal doom. Is that enough? 19 plus 27. It's close. I'll just slap. I think I killed him. Yep. Nice. The Q attack for the Bone Golem scales with missing vigor. I don't think you can ever scale it to be really good, but hey. You are actually kind of annoying, Mr. Trader. Oh, I missed. Well, about that. It's fine. I guess I could have just...
Strength through pain.
I could have just used the expunge on this. What's it called? Yeah. Even though I don't want to. Wow, you both missed. Really? I might just be able to slap him now. You do have 55% evasion, which is a lot of evasion, brah. I'll delay. There we go. In a perfect world, I would have been able to slap him first, and then the debuff
For an excellent source of fresh corpses.
would kill him. The ignition. But if I slapped first, the stance would have cured the transition, the ignition.
Will be mine.
Oh look, another Cannibal Jaw, and another ring. After a victory, Iratus recovers 40 mana for each enemy that fled. I don't actually like that item because it means your enemies have to flee, which means you didn't kill them, which means you don't get the experience. I guess I'm going with Savage Impale. 1 additional armor. Hashtag worth. I suppose I could get 1 evasion and vigor. I guess. Or I can just hold out. We'll hold. Look at these items. This level 6 brain is not helpful anymore. What do we want from the cultists? Is it time? Is it time for the clock? It's either the clock or... I don't need the Dampier thing. The Dampier thing is kind of irrelevant. So because we have a Spider Venom, or a Spider Venom Spikes in our inventory, we got the Hex Bomb in place of the unique item for Our Fair Lady of Izalith. The Blood Phantasm. So this item could be decent. Especially fighting a lot of backliner attacks. Because, of course, Ignition, dealing 20 true damage is nifty, but it's also a debuff to scale with Mictlantecuhtle's thing. But I think the Hourglass might be more useful overall. We'll get the Hourglass. I like the Hourglass. Also, a fun fact with the Hourglass. Each time Iratus uses an active talent, the Reaper increases Iratus' spell power by 12 until the end of battle, stacking up to 5 times. You can have this on 4 Reapers and scale by 46. No. 48. Spell power every turn that you cast a spell. Also, the spell's spell power affix is calculated with the Hourglass stack before it actually goes off. What I mean is, if you cast a spell with 5 spell power and have an Hourglass, that spell will be affected by the additional 12 from 1 stack of this before the buff actually appears on the character. That's pretty nifty. It's a small detail, but it's a big point. More health. Whoops. We're at 94 Digger Souls. We are waiting for the final level of the library. And then we'll go from there. Another Hammerer. A-O. A-O. Let's go. Uh-oh. How much does this cost? I know what I just said about the library. Okay? I know what I just said. It should be fine, right? Oh dear. No, play it safe. Need a Dark Knight. So the reason I'm a little spooked, by little I mean a lot, we are fighting a flamethrower.
Hardly an inspiring leader, but the dead care not for morale.
And one way to get around the flamethrower is to use the Black Widow's Wrath ability to keep it in place. So that's what we're going to do. We'll construct the Abode of Wrath. Each minion at the Abode gives Iratus 10 Wrath at the beginning of combat.
Most warriors pay homage to the bloodthirsty gods of old, whether they know it or not. I might be the only one left who has the insight to petition them directly.
Blood for the Blood God. I might even build the second level of it. What do I need for this? Ooh. I have a Lost Soul name sitting around. There we go.
There will be a mountain of human heads when I'm
I didn't want to use another green item. Oh, this is the Headhunter, by the way. He's the one that synergizes with the Mechanical Eye super well. He's ethereal. Because his his accuracy scales up like crap. It's terrible. This is 93 with our plus 12 from the EH3, and it only goes up 20 more. So the Mechanical Eye making it so he cannot miss is actually a huge deal. And I usually don't like using him without it. Alright, now we'll start with 20 Wrath, which should be enough, hopefully, for our Fair Lady of Izalith to counter this heavy flamethrower. Here he is. Isn't he horrible looking? I'm 1 short. Are you serious? Do I get Wrath for hitting things with this? I do, right? As long as it deals damage?
Don't know why? There's no sun up in the sky. Bony weather incoming.
We're delaying then. So the way the Heavy Flamethrower works is he has 2 abilities. Which doesn't sound that scary, but in the grand scheme of things it is, trust me. And one of them is this stance. He will gain 6 armor and 6 resistance and move forward every turn. His second ability happens when he reaches the first position. Once in the first position... Do I just yellow this? No. Yes? No. 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 If I web... Let's see how this works. I should be able to web now, right? Don't move. Perfect. So we're going to spider web here to prevent enemies from moving. This guy can still move, but that guy can't move. I guess I'm just going to YOLO this attack. And I'll slap you. I don't want to get one shot again. So I can pull you? Okay, perfect. So now that he's stuck here, he'll just keep spamming his stance, and then he'll never move forward. Feels good. Also, I'm going to block and ward for off lady. One of the potentially interesting choices that we have with her Wrath upgrade is one of them reduces initiative, but the other one... You'll die to the poison, right? Yeah. The other one doubles. Sorry, I'm thinking real quick. The other one doubles the amount of spider venom that's on enemies.
One by one, life vanishes from this world.
I'll reap you last. I'll kill you last. Really? No. Yes, go insane. His voice is so terrifying. Oh, come to think of it. Yeah.
One more for the stockpile.
I was about to say, come to think of it, I didn't interrupt that stance, did I? Nope. No, you did not. I don't have a whole lot of wrath.
Strength through pain.
I'm gonna see if I can move Suprelatus up one. I guess we're gonna find out if I can or not. Nope. Alright. I can do this. Wait, I didn't get healed? Alright, I feel cheated.
One more for the stockpiles.
That would be a good example of the Scythe of Life being good right there. Even though I don't think it normally is. This is a hard combat. The Reaper is so squished sometimes.
Outcome.
Oh, there's the Mechanical Eye. Speak of the devil, and it shall appear, huh? Please, grappling hook. Or anything helpful, really, at this point. I'm not going to be too... The Bracers of Madness. Minions gain 5 initiative, but lose 15 accuracy. Hate this item. The Maddening Amulet. Enemies may go insane if sanity is 85% or less. I've talked about how this is... how I don't like it, but it could be really helpful, especially if we just do this partial build. Doesn't this go over... If it goes over the shackles, it's not worth it. But I'm going to take the Pendant of Might. All minions gain 10 vigor until the battle
Toss
ends.
it with the rest.
We need this right now.
Now I will make mortals tremble before me. Well, even more than previously.
I guess then the Pendant of Might, or the Maddening Amulet, would go over here, so it wouldn't go over the shackles. I also think... I wasn't going to start sacrificing stuff, but we are in a little bit of a precarious situation. Really. So, let's sacrifice some stuff for experience, shall we? Picking up Fate. Would this actually help me right now?
With knowledge and will comes victory.
With Fate, I might be able to push for more breakpoints with Suprelatus' Scythe. That might be possible. I don't know. Craft it still, though. Dropping the Cannibal Jaw. Dropping both the Cannibal Jaws.
Skeleton will clean up this mess later.
To the quest. Give me a quest. Don't screw me over. Here your army comes upon a true bastion of dwarven technology. A makeshift factory so massive, you wonder how they even managed to carry the materials into these caverns. But such questions matter little. What matters more is to raid this structure and stop the dwarven weapons production. The various workers seem rather ill-equipped to fight your army, so you expect an easy battle. When suddenly, one of the dwarves breaks away and runs towards a mechanism meant to trigger the alarm. Alright, our options. You cannot stop him, you will need to face the reinforcements. If we had a headless hunter, we could drag him back here with their hook. If we had a Bride of Iratus, we could probably shoot him in the back of the head with an arrow. Sounds great. Or we can run away, but we will take some damage. At this point, we're in it. We're in it deep. So here we go. Okay, well at least that's on Cardinania. Good news. There is some good news. I'm not afraid of a whole lot here. Except the only thing I'm afraid of is the marksman. I might just pull the Oracle to try and displace her and get the AI doing weird things. We need to get the marksman out of the 4th position by its own accord before we can actually start doing stuff. I'm not too afraid of this, though. There's the regen. What I am afraid of is the marksman one-shotting something. He's probably going to shoot Carnania, which should be okay. It's still freaking hurt. I might be able to reap the Oracle. I'm 15 short. Man, my Wrath generation sucks. I guess I'm slapping it. Okay. Well, I know what Carnania's doing.
Borne was your first mistake. Opposing me? Your last.
Heal. Ow. Ooh, I rolled the 50-50. Now I can scythe something. I should be able to scythe the marksman next turn for the musketeer. How much initiative do you have? 11? I have 9. Oh, if I hadn't cast a spell this turn, I could haste and catch up. I'm just gonna have to heal and hope. Okay. Let's reap. Can I somehow guarantee this? There's a 50-50 that I hit the musketeer or this thing. If I slap first, I have a higher chance of knowing what's going to happen. Alright, let's go. Alright, the hammer is dead to the venom.
As worthless as you were in life, you will be worth something in death.
Not any healing out of this, but it's okay. The main person that needs healing is good old, I need to dispel that. Get wrecked. Oh, he didn't do what he was going to do. What I thought he was going to do. His one ability that scales off of armor and resistance is a big pain. And that's why I wanted to get rid of the spell. Rather than just kill him. But now we'll just heal up and slap him. Alright, we did it. Good job, everyone. Ooh, I thought there was going to be a lot scarier.
Mine is the winning side.
The Halo of Chaos. At the start of each turn, the minion receives one random bonus until the end of the turn. And it's a big bonus. It's not a small bonus. Oh, dear. Wait, can I equip this now? The reinforcements finally arrive just as you dispatch the last of the workers. The real battle begins now. Okay, now I'm scared. Oh. Okay. Not scared anymore. They made it sound like it was going to be, like, I don't know, automatons or something. That would have been terrifying. I also start with a crapload of wrath. I'll protect the fair lady. She's probably just going to cocoon, though, honestly. Because he's going to get reaped, and then we move on to the next encounter. Actually, I think I can just let you die. 17, 27, yeah. Cute. Alright, easy peasy. What was I afraid of? Well, I know what I was afraid of. Automatons. All the automatons in the world. Hey, look, the armored plates is already paying off. We're off. Ah, lady. This is going to kill you, right? I believe in my quick math.
So, this is what 1,000 years of evolution looks like? Yeah, pathetic.
My belief was not misplaced. By the way, I'm thinking of giving McLanthicutly the halo. We'll just delay and reap you last. Try and get some additional healing out for the widow. For our fair lady. I really love that name.
Mop up the gore. I'd hate to see plants using it as fertilizer.
This is a pittance of a reward. Okay, never mind. After having dealt with the dwarves, you are left with a vast stockpile of weapons and gunpowder, as well as a few fresh corpses to add to your reserves. Without their factory, the dwarves' supply of weapons will be thrown into disarray. We got one of every part. Pretty cute. Pretty cute. Last combat for today, then, shall we? Dwarven warrior, elite geomancer, dwarven treasurer, and a musketeer. It's time for spiderwebs. Have I only gotten one artifact from this freaking lake? It's fine. It's fine. I'm not mad. I'm too busy being scared. Alright. Oh, here, have the chaos. Chaos! Chaos! See if we can get some cute buffs. Might be able to. Hi! How are you? I can't say that I like any of you, so I'm going to try and murder you all. Is that okay with you? Have you accepted your defeat? Alright, that was the mark. It was blocked. Good. Self-buff. That attack, that's super annoying. Also removes armor. This should just be dead, right? 18. Quick math says yes. Trust the quick maths. They only sometimes betray you. Slap. Blocked the mark again. Nailed it. Are you dead? I think you are.
Ooh, this one voided its bowels just as it died.
Trust the quick maths. And get over here. I think we're gonna heal up now. I haven't had to reap anyone yet. Because the blocked it again. Wow. Nailed it. I'm gonna have to spit on you. Oh, no, not.
Don't know why. There's no sun up in the sky. Bony weather incoming.
Did I get a Halo of Chaos buff that made me do that? So my buff is gone. At the start of each turn, the menu receives one random bonus until the end of combat. Okay. You're dead, right? 15. Quick math says yes. delay until we see what they do. Slap.
Toss them in with the rest.
Bye! That's pretty straightforward.
You know, if this keeps up, I'll be done purging the world ahead of schedule.
We have 21 flasks. Might be potion time. I think I'm going to the right here. I don't think I'm going to the left. This will be the last thing we do for today, so show me, video game, please. The ashes of the burned witch. We have the Glutton's Tongue at the start of battle, increases damage dealt by 0.1% for each available part in the chamber of Iratus. This is actually a really good item. A really good item for late game. And it's made even better now that you can use Digger Souls to upgrade your minions instead of having to gamble to get better parts to then put them in the minion. But I usually gamble a lot, which reduces the effectiveness of the tongue. You need at least 100 parts total, which we don't have yet, to overcome the 10% increased damage from other things. So I think we're going to pass on the tongue, because I gamble anyway. The Hawkeye, after missing an attack, the minion receives +8 accuracy until the end of combat, can stack more than 5 times. I don't particularly like this item, but I suppose this is one way to get around not having a mechanical eye for the Headhunter, or to overcome incredibly evasive enemies such as the Ronin later on. Because whenever, of course, for each point of accuracy you have over 100, that takes away 1 point of evasion on enemies. So if you have 150% accuracy and an enemy has 50% evasion, they cannot evade your attacks because the 150 crosses out the 50. I hope I explained that decently well. And the Sadist's Hand, increased damage dealt by 10%.
Ah, I can use this.
Are you surprised that I took that? That's going to be an annoying fight. Mictlantecutli. Your name is hard to say, but I do enjoy saying it. Attack. I am debating giving him the Sadist's Hand as well. I don't know. I'll think about it. It's either I give it to Mictlantecutli or I reserve it for a later character. Nope. I convinced myself. We are still searching. We are still on the hunt for the spider mandibles or the ashes of the burned witch to complete the Fallen Dhampir build and ascend it to greatness. We don't have too long before the 3rd floor, which is where I traditionally change distress builds, so we'll see if we can do what must be done in the meantime that we have. We don't actually have any good chances for items now. We just have to kind of cross our fingers and hope they drop from all these combats. There's no altars or coffins left. But you'll see, we're also really low on artifacts. Like, holy crap. Our artifact search has not gone well. Not gone well at all. But I will take this free level. All of the consumables are 100 experience. And I'm not going to use that. That would involve one of our minions dying. And if that happens, I'm just a sad boy. It's time to march down the EH3.
It will be a messy slaughter.
March down the EH3. Get the drums of war. Do you get it? Thank you all for watching. I hope that you enjoyed today. We'll be back tomorrow with another pre-recorded episode, which just means that I won't be able to incorporate any of your suggestions, comments, or advice, but I do still appreciate all of them, and I hope that you continue to leave them. Feel free to let me know whatever you think. Do you like Iratus' orange eyes? I do. Do you think that this composition is awesome? I do. Do you think it has a fatal weakness? Maybe. We'll find out next time. Bye-bye.